Hey guys, welcome back to my video. So today this is gonna be like a different video. This is gonna be like a Reddit video. It's like something about podcasts and stuff that I've been watching. So let's get to it. Am I wrong for ending a 20-year-old marriage because I learned my wife cheated on me while we were dating? My wife, 44 female, and I, 43 male, have been married for 20 years. We started dating in high school. When I was a junior and she was a senior, we were long distance for her first 2 years of college. While I was in high school and did 1 year at community college. Then we went to college in the same city for a year and have lived together since. We got married the summer after I graduated college. Our marriage has been pretty great so far, but I initiated a divorce after I discovered that she was sleeping with multiple other men for the 2 years we were long distance. Just after Christmas, we got together with a few friends of hers from college to catch up, have dinner, and hang out. We talked about a lot of stuff, and my wife mentioned that we met in high school. Not that we dated, just that we met. Her old college roommate commented that it was crazy that we met in high school, had a few wild years in college, then ended up together. I played along and commented that I didn't know if my wife was as crazy as I was. The roommate started to tell a story, but my wife cut her off. Said said she was uncomfortable about it. I sensed something was up, so I said that we actually started dating in high school and were together for my wife's entire time at college. All of my wife's friends got real quiet, and the rest of dinner was awkward. On the way out, one of her other roommates took me aside and said I should have an honest conversation about what happened at college. I asked my wife on I asked my wife on the way home, and she kind of blew me off. I told her it was important that she was honest with me, and again, she said it wasn't important when we got home. I told her I was going to stay at my brother's house until she was ready to talk about what happened in college. The next day, she came over and admitted to sleeping with several men during her first 2 years at college. She's, she didn't consider it a big deal at the time because we were long distance and she didn't think a high school romance would last. I pressed for more details and she said it was at least 10 different men, including at least 3 guys she introduced to me as friends. When I came to visit on the weekends and one guy she was still in contact with. I told her that I wanted a divorce and would be starting the paperwork as soon as I could, which I did on January 2nd. Her family and most of my family is telling me I shouldn't throw away my marriage over a few mistakes. I've stood by my belief that cheating on me with multiple men for years is unacceptable. No matter no matter when it happened, and the fact that she continued to maintain the relationship with these guys in front of me was an unacceptable amount of disrespect. We have 2 children, but they are 17 and 19, and I believe they will understand why I need to end the marriage. Am I wrong for leaving? I feel like I'm going crazy with the amount of people over telling me to overlook years of infinite and decades of lies. Edit. Holy crap. Glad I did this with a throwaway because the response here is unacceptable. I obviously can't answer every question slash comment, but I wanted to provide some detail for common questions. The reason I posted this is that my wife and a few friends have been saying saying it's common to sleep with other folks when you're in a long distance relationship, and that I'm kind of the odd one out for not sleeping around. I felt like I was being gaslighted, but I wanted an outside perspective. We live in a state with a waiting period to finalize his divorce, so I felt it was a reasonable idea to get some insight before things are finalized. After these comments, I see a handful of folks saying it was normal to sleep around during a long distance relationship, but it seems to be significantly minority. We saw each other uh, we saw each other a couple of weekend a month during the 2 year college period. I lived about I live about 3 hours away from her college, so it was long distance, but I did not like cross country. This was not a situation where we went months without seeing each other. The three guys I met while she was in college were meetups. What happened during the parties, subject of me being a boyfriend, I didn't really come up, so I honestly don't know if these guys knew anything. The one guy we're still in contact with married a mutual friend from college. This is not some guy. She secretly messages on the side. It's somebody we've talked to regularly for years. I've talked to him a few times since I've learned about my wife. He said he didn't know we were dating at the time and has since blocked my wife on social media. Some folks have asked how the roommates didn't realize at a wedding that the timelines didn't work out. The main reason is that my wife and I had a very small ceremony with just close families in Texas. Then we went back to the East Coast to have a big party with friends. The typical receptionist sharing details about how we met and stuff didn't really happen, so her roommates didn't realize we started dating before college. It sounds like they thought we only dated for the year we were both in the same city, then moved in together. I was open to therapy or some kind of attempt to save the marriage, but her instances that this whole thing is common and I'm the one who's out of line is just too much for me. The only time she showed any remorse or even offered to reconcile is when I started filing paperwork in the last week. She's gone back to saying she's right and I'm overreacting. This is also why feeling like I'm being gaslighted, it seems obvious that this is a major issue. But I've got my wife and others telling me it's normal and I'm overreacting. I'm not getting patient paternity test unless my kids want to get one. I don't have any doubts that they are biologically mine, and no test will make them not my kids. I love them more than anything in the world, and my wife's infidelity won't change. That even if one or both of them is not biologically mine, they seem they've been my kids for 19 years, and they will be my kids until I stop breathing. Final edit. Hey, I've been reading a bunch of responses, but things are getting crazy and increasingly unhinged, so I probably won't be checking in anymore. Here are a few more answers to common questions I've seen. We were definitely exclusively dating at the time. First dating culture was a lot different 20ish years ago, and exclusive was kind of the default for most people. Second, we had a long and difficult discussion before she left for college about continuing the relationship long distance. She spec- she specifically wanted to stay together and even joked about her dad coming after me if I started sleeping around with girls at my school. Finally, at my senior prom, she was not able to attend and was very upset when I proposed going with a platonic female friend of mine. As a result, I ended up skipping my prom and hanging out with her instead. While we never said the word exclusive, I think the above reasons combined with the general relationship before she left are enough to assume exclusively. Based on some comments here, I followed up with the friend that said I should have an honest conversation. She told me that 10 guys would be on the low end and that her biggest concern was that there was apparently at least one pregnancy scare that I didn't know about. I honestly don't think that really changes much. It's less about the number for me and more about the fact that she seems incapable of recognizing why this was wrong or why I feel betrayed. Thank you all for helpful reasons. Even those that disagree with me, I will still be open to therapy if she's willing. But I honestly feel like it would be more about us being successful co-parents and finding closure than saving our marriage. This Reddit post, I mean, like I feel like he's wrong because he ended a 20 year marriage even though like the he even though he was dating her, his wife or his ex-wife, when they were like long distant. And like I feel like he's wrong because like that was in the past, not in the future. But I also think that like he's not wrong. Because I mean, like, he feels betrayed that his wife cheated on him while they were long distant. Which really, being like long distant and like dating a couple other people, like dating people without you knowing, which is like wrong. So, like, I guess he's wrong and right at the same time. I don't know. Well, one of the comments said, she cheated and lied to you, then made maintain contact with at least um one of her frick buddies and introduced you to many of the guys that were banging her that is not only dishonest but cruel. I think you are 100% in the right. Who knows what else she's done? You have no way of knowing. And then this was from like a year ago. I think he replied, but he's just second comment. Yeah, that's the part that stuck with me most as well. My marriage ended primarily due to my ex cheating on me. The part that hurts most was that it was with her coworker, someone she made quick friends with, and someone who was trying to be friends with me too. We had him and his wife over to hang out, and just him over on multiple occasions. Cheating such sucks either way, but to be so brazen about it by waving your affair partner in front of your partner's face. And something else certainly made me feel like a tool. I wish you the best, original poster. Don't let anyone tell you it's not so bad because it was a long time ago. She chose to keep it a secret and would have continued doing so. I guess she didn't feel that guilty about it. That's not someone you can trust. I mean, I guess so. Either way, let's go scroll for another Am I Wrong? Am I Wrong? Please. Okay, here's another one. This was posted 14 hours ago, so really recent. AIW for not wanting our Christmas tradition stay the same. In my family, we do Secret Santa every year. It's fun and everyone receives a gift. My sister gave birth in August and texted everyone that let's do no gift this year. I understood it because it's hard to go shopping with a baby. She then said since it's obviously she she said since it's her baby's first Christmas, only baby receives gifts. Only babies receive gifts. We all bought gifts for the baby. That's beside her. Early, earlier at the baby shower, gifts. Obviously, I assumed it was once a year thing. Today she messaged the family group chat again and said let's keep the tradition only kids get gifts. I said since you are the only one with a baby, why don't you just say, hey everybody, just kid future buy my kid future kids gifts event. So she offended and said it was my choice not to have kids, and if we had kids, they would have received gifts too. She also said I have to be ashamed for being a giant baby and expecting a gift as an adult. AITAH for wanting our original arrangement to stay. My mom suggested we all do Secret Santa for adults and everyone buys gifts for the baby future kids. Separately, I thought that was a reasonable solution, but my sister said it's pathetic adults expecting kid gifts. One of the Also, I'm sorry if I say words wrong. It's like my first time like reading a Reddit post for like YouTube because I know that many podcasts I listen to, they like read Reddit posts and stuff like that. So like I'm trying to get it in there, but like not really in there, but like at least do like a few episodes before quitting and stuff. Quitting like the Reddit postings. It was one of the comments were no, not wrong. Why does your sister get to dedicate what everyone else does? If the rest of you enjoying doing this, Surkasana, then do it. If she doesn't want to do it, that's fine. She can opt out. Why her attitude changed so drastically is odd. She was fine with getting a gift last year, but now it's pathetic. Like judging McJudgerson sit in the corner with her baby and the baby's gifts. The fact that Fresh Caramel 18148 said judging McJudgerson uh, uh Annie Court 3671 commented, I'm wondering if she is having financial problems or has the mindset that now that she has a baby, it's frivolous to buy gifts for anyone but the baby. I could understand if there were several kids in the family to buy four plus adults. That would really add up. But expecting everyone to stop exchanging gifts because one baby is born is ridiculous. Um, I said, oh, draft Traffic's normal AK commented, I'd say it's likely that she's one of those parents who can't de- derive meaning from anything in their lives other than their children and looks down on any adult without kids. I mean, it's kind of true though, not gonna lie. Well, I have a suggestion. Exclude sister from Secret Santa. I mean, that's already the solution. Just take her off the list. Just don't buy anything for her. And when she asks for like a gift, then like everybody's gonna say like, oh no, like we took you out because like you were complaining and stuff. So like I guess I kind of revenge. And then Better Car 883 said it's an easy fix. She doesn't want to do gifts, so leave her out and you all do Secret Santa. Also, you each give in a nominal amount of a nominal amount, and that combines to be a Santa gift for the child. You can make turns to choose it each year. I have something on my monitor. Well, about to go to the second one. I'm already 21 minutes in. Oh, this was posted 2 hours ago. It's like 10:40 p.m. So like at 8 posted it. Let me get to it. Was I wrong for going a little too far in scaring my girlfriend's son? I am 43 male, recently moved into a new house with my girlfriend, 44 female, and her kids 15M and 10F. I have great relationships with both of the kids and I think for the most part they're adjusting pretty good with the new living situation. But there was an issue recently. My girlfriend's kids are now sharing a bathroom in their old house. And at their dad's, the bathrooms were communal to everyone, and they never ended up using the same bathroom. But in our new house, there is a bathroom that's right next door to each their bedrooms, so we made it their bathroom. My girlfriend's son had a habit of leaving the toilet seat up constantly. This really upsets his sister. He would leave it up and she would get upset and call him a jerk. One day after he had left the seat up, uh, she got upset and called him a jerk. He came to me complaining about her and asking why he couldn't have to put the seat down for her. I thought saying some education could help him, so I pointed out that his sister is a little kid and isn't really big. So if she went in there to go pee and the seat was up, she could fall right into the toilet bowl and get hurt. I also told him that a girl's lady part. Oh hell no! We are not gonna do this. Am I wrong? Let's do this. Am I wrong for ignoring my sister's warnings and then telling them to mind their own business? I, 30-year-old male, recently started dating Annie, 30-year-old female. The thing is that she rejected me 12 years ago. I didn't know it then, but it was because her parents did not want her to date someone of my ethnically. She was she was deliberately cruel to me and called me ugly, hoping it would help me get over her easier. Ran into her by accident and she told me about it before saying that she can date me now and that she's fully financially independent. But my sisters are trying to convince me to break up with her. I know they mean well, having seen how much the rejection hurt me, but it's my life. I told them this and that I'm willing to risk the pain again, but they insisted I'm being stupid, so I told them to mind their own business and left. Haven't talked to them for a few days now. I'm still going to date Annie, but a part of me wonders if I should call them and apologize. Should I? Sales tax of Black Hat commented, Annie Annie called you ugly to your face. Surely she could have found another way. I couldn't pass that and comes from a racist family. Not wrong, but not wise by any stretch. My thoughts exactly. Hold on. 20 color 12 commented, my thoughts exactly. She could have said, I wish I could put my parents are are um are are like mean people and won't let me. But apparently never did. She could have just said she wasn't interested. She could have said she was talking to someone else. She didn't, and that's the choice. That's kind of true though. I mean, she could have said, "Oh, sorry, I'm not interested in you anymore. I'm sorry. I'm talking to someone else. Ooh, sorry. I have a boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever." Or whatever. She could have said something about that instead of calling him names. Also because I think Annie's parents are like racist. Cause didn't it say like somewhere about here? No, reasonable underscore bat underscore 3178 commented, not wrong, but how big a part of her life is her family. If they didn't accept you 12 years ago, why would they accept you now?